Hey, how's everybody doing today? Just getting in here a little bit late. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Time. What are we? We are March 17th, 2026. And we're stuck in a little megaphone pattern, but it's been a quiet morning. We're up 450 bucks on one of the Lucid accounts. It's been very quiet. I think I've only traded Nasdaq today. Haven't had much on gold, haven't had much on oil. Gold's been just sideways here. So yeah, here, I'll give you guys a little idea of my performance for the morning. So you can take a look.
Guys, look at this Bitcoin drop, Jeffrey. Oh my God.
So gross, we're up 550. Total P&L's 450, I should say. About a 70% win rate. I'm usually somewhere between 60 and 70%. My win rate on my profitable days, nothing crazier than that. 18 losing trades, 39 winning trades. So it's kind of what you can expect. All right. Now, I don't know if we're gonna get anything here really soon, but let's see what happens. Hope y'all are profitable today or going well on your prop journey or live accounts or whatever it is you're starting out as. This channel will probably be geared a little bit more to beginners, and I'm gonna try to keep things as simple as possible. Let's take a look at my other screen here. We flip over to 1 minute Nasdaq. You see I also have orb up, so the 15-minute opening range, right? I have that up for SPX. SPX here, the E-mini is here. I don't really use this to take trades. I use it as more of a confluence. I've tried to trade it in the past. The 15-minute ORB or the 5-minute or the first 1 minute of the day, but I never really made a whole lot out of it. I could never get a real tied-in strategy, but I do use it as confluence, especially when I'm looking at, say, SPX here to trade the Nasdaq. I also have NVIDIA up today just because it was moving a bit this morning. I just have it in the right little corner to always keep my eye on it, what it's doing. So we're dropping right now, so obviously I don't want to be looking for longs right here at this moment. Okay. And if we go over to the longer term charts, oh, we're getting a little bit of a dumpski. Just hang on here. We've got something here. That's oil on the right side, in case you're wondering. And lately, oil's really been in play because of all the stuff going on in Iran, right? The Trump stuff. So, got to keep an eye on it because sometimes, right now they're kind of inversely related, right? Oil's kind of when it's ripping, market's going down, vice versa. Got to keep your eye on it. Coming down to the bottom of this little megaphone here. At this point, we're coming in. We've had like 1, 2, 3. This will be number 4th touch. We're coming down with momentum. And the longer term charts right now are telling me not to go long. So I don't know. Usually this is something I'll probably test out. I'll probably take 5-10 points quickly off of something like this. The other thing is SPX just left a little gap. Let's see here. I feel like we're going to spit out. I'd rather take something around or just below the 200, but then the problem is we also have this low, this little market structure here, which they did take it up. They did protect this area. The buyers stepped in. Kind of liking this little hold here. I'm going to take a little buy here. I'm going to keep this really tight. You're gonna see when I trade, I keep things pretty tight, going for basically a little 1-to-1. Probably not gonna play out this one. This is not a high probability trade. I'm just feeling her out. That one was a no good. Alright, on to the next. I do try to respect my stops as much as possible, but I will move stop losses, TPs all the time. And again, I play tight on the 1 minute, so things are moving quick. I don't usually hold things too long a term. Alright, we're gonna take this again. I'm taking 2 here. Keeping our stop losses tight. Looking for maybe a 5 and a 10. Maybe a little bit less just to see what she does. See if we can bust back up into this range. Okay, we'll take that one off of there. That was a little 6-pointer. I'm gonna get a little bit more out of this guy here. Come on, you guys. Come on, buyers. Take this back up. We know we want to go back up. There we go. There we go. I'm happy with that. Take that back off.
If they get down to the 75.5, 82.5, Nasdaq gets down to the 95 to 25.
Now SPX here, this gap I was just talking about. Before we went down, as we went down here, we had this little gap that SPX left. So usually these will get filled pretty quickly. But we left another one on the way up. Well, it tells me this is going to be a little bit of a choppy zone here. We're probably going to go up, get into the 21 EMA, pop back down, maybe come back down to the bottom end of the orb. Okay. Okay, no, we decided to fill the gap on the bottom first, so that's telling me I'm looking at probably going to take another quick scalp to the upside. Yep. I'm saying buyers are going to hold this range, go back up here. Let's try to get back up somewhere into that wick, somewhere into that candle. Take a little bit of risk off. Suck our risk up here on the bottom side. Come on. It's just a quiet day. ATR is kind of crap. So I don't usually like to just grab 5 points. I'm usually minimum a 10-pointer. But today it's just not giving it. It's just not giving those quick rebounds that I like. Like to see a little wick out to the upside, maybe fill into this fair value gap. So when I'm talking gaps on S&Ps, all right, we left a little. Why does it keep doing that? Stop that! Stop that! Again, what is going on here? Anyways, it would be cool to get a little wick out up into this little fair value gap that we left up here. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And now I try not to get all of it. I might take another one down here. I might. I'm thinking we might go down and test that 200 though. Gonna take another one right here. And this stop loss is going to go under the 200. Try to get a little 7-pointer out of that one. SPX and ES are selling here a little bit. They're trying to bust out the bottom side of orb to get into a gap that has not been filled overnight. There we go, we're out of 1. There we go. Come on, give us a little ripski. Give us a little ripski. All the way up. Let's go touch that 21 EMA. So basically what I'm wanting right now Back to our other chart. I'm wanting SPX to fill this little gap right here. And as it goes up, it'll usually drag NQ with it. Right now, ES, NQ are moving in tandem. There's not a lot of buy and sell divergence going on today.
Look at the low, 91. I was bidding 471.90. Can you believe it? See right? Even me. See that?
Come on, give us a wick out. There we go. I'm going to move my stop loss up to secure profit. No, I'm happy with that. And that's it, guys. That is what just happened there is the basis of most of my days. You know, I'm just grinding it out, little trade after trade, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 to $100, you know, at a time here and there, and you're going to lose the same. So I might, you know, some days it's like, I'm up 20, lose 10, up 20, lose 10, up 20, lose 10. By the end of the day, you're sitting in 500, 1,000 bucks, and good to go. And you start group trading that if you want, copy trading over multiple accounts, and I mean you're looking at your 250K a year, 500K a year. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Now I like fast-paced trading. That's my style. I've tried trading off the 2-minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute. Although I look at those time frames, that style just doesn't keep me engaged. And I need, for me to be a successful trader, I just need to feel that flow, feel what's going on between buyers and sellers. And so I'm very discretionary, that you're going to see. And probably a lot of you guys are not going to see the same things that I do. But that is trading. But I promise that you will learn some stuff if you stick around. And once I'm going live, you stick around day to day, you're gonna pick up some stuff that hopefully you can use in your own trading journey. There we go. We did end up getting into that 21 EMA. And of course, maybe some of you say, why didn't you hold originally? That's not my style. Sometimes I will hold to my TPs and stop loss, but it's rare. It's rare. They're usually being moved on every second basis, and especially with the prop firms, and it depends if you're trading with, say, Apex, to get through those trailing drawdowns, you got to keep your stop losses tight, right? Anything intraday, you got to keep your stop loss tight. I know they've recently gone to end of day drawdown. I just don't like their 1,000 daily loss limit. Not a big fan of it. Anyways, I'm mostly trading Lucids and TPTs right now. Although, I gotta say, I like Lucid. They pay fast. No problems with payouts. And as you can see, I mean, I'm not a micro scalper, I would say. I'm not taking trades every 1, 2, 3 seconds and only holding them for that. But a lot of my trades do last under 10 seconds, and I've had no issues with payouts with these guys. Or anybody, for that matter, to be honest. Only problems I've ever had with payouts were at Apex. But that's also my fault. I didn't follow the rules, right? It's usually the case. But I've gotten many payouts from them, so, you know.
Mark, can't wait to see you. Malik, great job.
Okay, we're failing. So we came up and filled this little gapper. Get rid of that, right? Failed back down. Nasdaq is in the middle of its 15-minute orb right now. It's the midline. Oil's going up a bit. Gold's still moving sideways. I don't have one trade on gold today. It's crazy.
Silver? I'm not even looking at silver. I need more screens. This mic on the 8th wonder of the world.
Gonna take a little 1 micro here. Our risk is going just to the top of this candle. If it makes a new high, we're out. Well, you know. And let's see what we can get to. I'm just gonna put my TP down here for now. See what happens. I have a feeling. Well, that was a quick FU candle, as we say. We had a little indecision candle, I guess, here. It just came back down to test the bottom of this damn megaphone and went. That was actually a really good buy, but as that is the way she goes. I'm not liking the way that buyers are stepping in here at all. I'm probably going to take this off. Yeah, we're just going to get out of this break even and reassess. And of course, when I say flat or break even, sometimes I might, you know, I might be off a point or two, right? I'll often do that, as I want immediate profit. Like, I want my trade to go my way immediately. I'm going off of momentum, so whether that's a spring action or a continuation play, I probably play more reversion plays, meaning, you know, I'm waiting for something to come to my price, and I want a little spring. I just want a piece of this. So this move that happened here, I just want a piece of this. I don't need the whole thing, and if we're continuing up, great. But I'll take that in chunks of trades, right? I'm playing the waves, too. So, you know, a lot of moves have 2 to 3 legs in them, and I just want a piece of each one. Just a little piece. I look at trading like, you know, I'm a little fish in the ocean kind of swimming underneath the shark, trying to get little crumbs from whatever's left over from whatever the heck the shark ate that day. Some days you don't get to eat any morsels. But don't get eaten by that damn shark if he sees you. I'm gonna go down, touch this little 200 EMA. I'm gonna look for a little wick out, because often what'll happen is you'll get this boom wick out and a spring. And see, again, buyers are strong here. All right, so we've had a few times buyers here as we try to sell down into it. Buyers step back in, here, and they're doing it again. Here we're leaving a little gap, right? I might want to try to fill it before continuing down. I'm not really excited about this one, but I think this should be good for about a 10-pointer. You also have your 25,000 level, which I'm looking at right here. So a lot of things to look at, guys, especially if you're really new and you're checking this out. There's a million things to look at, but screen time is going to help you. It's going to help your eyes focus on certain things. Oh, you bugger, right back up. Now, let's get rid of this. And this is what I say about these, like, megaphone stuff. Oh, my God. Technically, I guess we're done here, right? It's looking like, you know, structures broke, broke the lows, whatever. Once things are broken structurally, you should probably start getting rid of your trend lines. It's like broken glass or broken light bulb. Once it's broken, you cannot put that baby back together again. Now I'm keeping an eye on oil right now too, because oil is coming back up into its 200. Right now the 21's below the 200. We're definitely trending lower. Coming up, we're popping above. This is almost... I don't like to play too much in between the two EMAs like that. But normally and oftentimes I will throw a you know, a sell here, looking to try to get into this wick just for a quick play. Come on, Nasdaq. Let's go somewhere. God damn, I'm stuck at this 25,000 level. And I mean, I'm waiting for the market to shit a brick, right? I mean, I'm wanting us to go down to the 20,000 range. Let's get moving. I traded during the 2008 crash, and I mean that was great. That was one of the greatest years of my trading career back then. A lot of money was just made on reversions, so meaning the market would puke, and I'd wait for those. Right. Those nice big reversion plays and go in heavy, and that's what I want. I want to get that kind of market back again for a year. I mean, we're so overdue for a crash. It's insane of some sort. I know that we keep getting God knows who in to save the market. Trump can't have the market go down too low, right? You've got, what do you call, the plunge protection team or whatever they call it coming in. All I know is get your hands on gold and silver and stack and prepared, because I think we're gonna go through some difficult times here coming up. Hopefully not. Well, back to the old trading stuff.
This should be playing like a Super Bowl, right?
Man, it's quiet. It's just quiet. Yesterday was quiet too, like abnormally quiet. We got this war stuff going on in Iran. It's amazing to me that we're up here where we are market-wise, and that gold too has taken a real quieted down. You know, what are we doing at this 5,000 level? You'd think we would have spiked by now.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story in a minute. Look at this mic one.
When it's quiet like this, guys, and for me, if I don't really see something, I really try not to trade. This is something I've learned with experience, and sometimes you just gotta, because it just feels like we're at this point where we're gonna get a wick out of nowhere, or a little, like, it's like the market is definitely waiting for something. We didn't have any real big numbers today. We had, what, pending home sales or something at 10 o'clock. And when you don't see something, so for me, when I'm looking at this, I don't see something obvious. You might get a little play in gold here. Gold's taking a little dumpy. I'm gonna put a buy limit here under this structure. Sorry if I seem zoomed out, but we're so congested that I'm trying to take a look. I like to just look back left and see where our little low points are. What I find with gold as well, gold likes to sweep the lows. We're at the 5,000 level, so we do got to be careful. This is the kind of thing with gold, it's a DCA in, or I prefer it a scale in, right? I'm scaling in to scale out. There we go. We're probably going to do a good wick out here. I'm going to lower this, and I'm going to put another one down here, and another one quite a bit lower in case we get one of those big drops that we get in gold. Alright, there's one down. And typically when we cross a big tier level like this, you're almost for sure going to get a retest back into it. And I don't necessarily want 3 contracts when I'm doing something like this. I might only want 1, but with gold, trying to take 1 micro is like, forget it. I'm going to, I chase that up a little. Oops, I don't have my ATM settings on. There we go. We got a little bit out of this. We'll take that off there for a little 30 bucks or 20 bucks or whatever that was. I was looking for more of a spring, but I'm expecting a flush out. Well, I didn't think we were going to get even that big of a pullback there. When we come down to these levels like 5K, usually we go through them. And I want to get some sort of average price and maybe be holding 1 or 2 contracts to the right up. Well, let's see what happens. That might be it. We might go right back through, and that's okay. I'm just going to keep this zoomed out. You can see my orders here. Nasdaq's coming into the 200. What do you want to do, you guys? You're going to bounce through here again? I'm going to take this, try to take this back to a little touch of the 21 EMA. We're going to put our stop loss just below the 200.
117.30 to 118.30.
Alright, gold's coming back down. Come on, Goldski. Give a little swipe of these lows. Just pop through these little highs here, probably good for the Nasdaq. Don't like the way that sellers are stepping in there.
S&Ps get down to the 75, 82 range again. I look to be a buyer. All right, could be 2 to 8 because 15s are starting to get oversold here.
I hate it when gold and the market are moving in tandem like this. Find it a little harder to trade. I like the divergences, right? I want things to be moving opposite of each other. Or at least gold to be moving, Nasdaq to be moving. Wow. Okay, that was a good little trade on the Nasdaq there. It did exactly what we wanted. I thought we might get a little wick out of the 200. That worked out good. I'll fix our little trend line here. Something like this. With trend lines, guys, don't try to be perfect. Just get an idea where about your trend is, right? Or your you know, that way if when you're looking at simple things like big wick outs of the trend, especially on a day like today, you know, you look at it, we're an obvious range day. Who's making more money? It's limit buyers and sellers. It's not market buyers and sellers. You'd be getting chopped up if you're chasing moves. And honestly, most days is like that. It's been a while. We've been stuck in this 24,000, 26,000, let's say, range since November, and it's been really annoying. But there's good money to make on ranges, and on a day like this, for the most part, you're just, you know, you're better to be buying the end of wicks, the end of candles, let them stretch a bit, and then go against them and look and make sure you're on the outside of ranges, right? You can make a living just doing that, just range trading, you know, on the 1 minute chart, continuously buying and selling. Keep your stops really tight. Don't be scared to keep your stops wicked tight. I hear a lot of I followed a lot of traders, took a look at a lot of strategies, and a lot of people like, you know, you need a bigger stop loss. Nah. Yeah, you do. It depends on how you wanna. You know, I try to look for very low risk plays, and I can have as low as a 2, 3 to 5 point stop loss and take many contracts on a play and take out 5 to 10 points while risking anywhere from 2 to 5. And that can happen during the day on a, you know, on these quieter days quite often. I also will take a lot of negative reward to risk plays. You're going to see that often. Every day is different. That's why I can't adhere to having, like, you know, I'm hearing guys talk about orb is one thing, but having certain EMA plays or whatever that you're trying to do every day, you know, you're just doing that same thing. To me, the way I see the market, every single day is different. Every single one. Which is one reason why I don't like a whole lot of back testing. Yes, I back test a little bit, but forward testing is really the way to go, and chart time for me. There's nothing that beats sitting in the chair watching the charts, especially if you're going to be trading frequently like this. Okay, gold. What are we doing here? Question, is this going to be a big flush out? Because you can sometimes see these dumps all the way to 70. Sometimes I'll take the play down too, but see, today it's been a trend day, right? It's been a range day. Like, everything's just like wicky, so I'm less inclined to go and take the big dump trade and follow this down with continuation. But we are probably going to get a fill here Question is, how low is she going to go? Let's drop this just a hair more. Put another one there. Alright, Nasdaq, she's breaking down. We just swept the lows, or swept the low of this little structure. Not the low of the day.
Hondo, sorry about that. I buy it again here, Hondo. Well, no. 15 completely oversold here.
I'm going to put a buy in around VWAP. Gold. Not liking that grind movement, so I don't want it there.
I think you should be buying
I want the wick.
on the 15-minute time.
I want the quick wick. But when it grinds, and you haven't had that flush out yet, SPX just left a little gap ski on the upside. Gonna put another buy here, so we get two buys here in the Nasdaq. Oh, there we go. Gold's getting its flush. Okay, gold's getting its flush. I'm gonna take another one immediately. Two in gold. Try to make a few bucks on that. I'm gonna move these contracts down. We just got filled 2 on MNQ, so we've got to be careful. Now, this is where things start to get a little more crazy. We've got 2 of everything. We've got to be careful. We've got to be careful because they're moving in tandem right now, gold and Nasdaq, which is really annoying. It's like trading the same damn thing. Okay. Nasdaq, I'm not liking the big stretch away from VWAP, so I'm going to take one off to get rid of some risk. And we're going to take this guy here. Gold, we got out of 1. No, come on, gold. Give us a spring. Give us a spring. Give us a spring. There we go. We're happy with that. Gold, we're out. Beauty. Now, Nasdaq, give us at least, give us a little bounce ski. Yep. Now we are coming into this little fair value gap. We've got another one down below. Nasdaq. Again. I'm gonna pop the high of this right here. We should be good. Come on. Come on. Go back up, test this trend line. There we go. We got a little something. That's not the quick reaction I'm looking for on these plays, but again, today is just kind of one of those damn days. We're probably going lower here. This is probably not going to be any good, but let's see. 22 seconds left on this candle.
15-minute time frame is completely oversold.
On. We got a little gap here, right? We left another one up here. See if we can usually fill the closer one. Maybe not. Gold, we're going back down. On gold here, I'm going to quickly just zoom out to the 15-minute. See if we can find some levels. All right, we're going to be a little careful here. So we got all this. We got probably stops down here, right? Probably got to go for a little stop hunt. But I will take something before then. Nasdaq. I do not like this. This, I would prefer it to be a more of a bullish candle. This is a weird structure for me. But anyways. We're going to take that off there. We're happy with that. Boom. Oh. Okay, gold. Again, here I'm on the 15-minute. I'm just gonna mark out 85. We're gonna take.
This is the first pullback on 15 after the 60s reversed the buy.
Gold's ripping down.
Nasdaq, here we go in the Nasdaq, S&Ps.
Now SPX should get a little. This little guy, SPX has a gap that would bring Nasdaq up to about here. That's looking good. Okay, we got filled on gold. One nice one. Oof, 23 bucks off that 5K level. Okay, we're gonna take that right there. That was a quick 50 bucks on gold. Yeah, we're looking. I think I know I've got the 15-minute on here, but I think we're gonna hunt some of these levels here. Just gonna mark out some of these lows. One here. Damn it. Again, I usually do a lot of this on TradingView. Okay. As you can see here, I took a couple contracts in gold on my eval. Sometimes I'll do that if I see something I like. Let's get into a nice buy zone. Flip here to a 5-minute. Okay. Just wanted to mark out this little. We got a big gap here to fill on gold, right? This is the 5-minute chart. Got a lot of gappage here. Same here. It's a lot of gaps, so should keep a. It might fill that pretty fast. And I've seen gold drop when it decides to go. Oh, there we go. We're getting a nice. There we go. Come on. There we go. Out of that. Okay, I made a quick $100 in the 9019 account. Just gonna finish marking this. Usually I'm ready with this, and I've got everything marked out before the day. I was out a bit late last night, and got up a little late this morning. Okay. Well. Alright, how are we looking? Yeah, that ended up being pretty nice. So these are our recent 15-minute lows. Alright, let's fix that up. Sorry about all this craziness with the charts here. I'm a little slow on the charts today. Alright, so gold had a nice bounce there. And as did Nasdaq. So I am going to... Now we cross lower, so this 21 EMA coming down, crossing below the 200. It's somewhat of significance here. We got below it, although we're kind of flagging. We're kind of bull flagging on the Nasdaq and the ES. So this could be the sweep down before going much higher. Although SPX did leave a little gap down, and I am going to play that right here. Let's just see what happens. Getting that retest of that 25,000 level, and also into this little area of the EMAs. Gold.
Nasdaq could be out.
Gold, that's quite a little V recovery. I got two Nasdaqs right now. And hey, we came up into this little FVG here. But right now we have an SPX. We can show you. We have an SPX gap right here that we left on the way up. Usually we're going to come back down and fill these rather quick unless we're, you know, we'll see what happens, but I'm playing that probability. Plus we have a overnight gap left here to fill, I should say, right here. Ah, Nasdaq. All of a sudden you don't have any buyers or any sellers anymore. You're done. You're going to go up in a tight channel and do a zombie rally. That's what it's feeling like, eh? That's what catches people. Do all this, catch a bunch of shorts, then do a little zombie tight rally up with a pop through. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit of risk off there. And then see if we can just get into this. Often what you'll see with Nasdaq, and this is the micro, but on the micro, when you get these little shelf where you have the close of one bar and the open of the next, and it's a shelf without any wick, they usually will come back and test those, right? And relatively short time period, especially in a range day like this. Oh, come on! I was a little greedy on that. I probably should have taken it there, but my original play was to get a little bit more out of this. But we're going to be safe and make sure we get 10 points. Well, there we go. It's going to take us out unless we get lucky. And if we pop back through the wick, I'm probably going to take it again. Okay, oil's ripping. That's good. Oil just did a rip. That's going to take this down. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Secure another 5 points. Bring our stop loss down.
If you're short the gold here at 97, lower your stops. S&P's down 5. Good job hitting there.
Wick us down. Secure another 5 points. we're out. Good trade. That's
Are
perfect.
you okay at these USOs?
Okay. So we had a bunch of confluences there going on. We had one, the 21 EMA cross below the 200. We came back into that zone to retest. Okay. And there was a fair value gap here, which tried to go for. Technically, I almost consider that a fill. Pretty damn close. And we left an SPX gap lower. And we have this little shelf that we like to usually go fill. I don't think this is done. I think we're still going to wick down through this. And I'm going to take 2 bang bang. And I'm going to put my stop there. I like that wick right there. I like that wick a lot. I like it a lot. We're going to throw that down here. We're going to throw this one down here. Try to see if we can get this. I wasn't super patient on that because this happens a lot. I should have probably got it here. And I'm going to sell 2 more. And we're going to keep our wrists really, really tight. So if it wicks up and takes us out, we're screwed. But here we're just going to try to take a 5er, a 10-pointer. This full candle I don't like as much, and we're starting to do this tight channel. I'm not liking it as much, for sure. Lost that 25,000 level, right, we're reclaiming, but we still have this little SPX gap down below I'd like to get. Let's trap some buyers here. The problem is the rest of this fair value gap, it might want to get through it. It might get through it before taking it down. And I don't like it anymore. I'm taking it off. When you feel it, you know, like it, and good thing, look what just happened. Alright. Now, that's definitely a much tastier spot to grab that position, but see if they can take it through. And I'm still going to probably do a little reversion scalp on this.
S&P's right back up. I think they're going. I think these 15s are going to turn up. I don't think we're going to make new highs. But
The other thing is, we got a lot of like converging, you know, factors going on. That would have been a good scalp there. Damn it. I was too aggressive here on this candle. What happened here? I got too aggressive. I figured the play would be down. It probably still will come down and continue its merry way back up then, but it's going to want to come in this zone here first. It's just the question is timing, right? I don't really like on a day like this having more than a 10-point stop loss actually kind of sucks because it's just not giving it to you.
see, when gold and silver push down, all right, I'm going to show this to you. The gold and silver, the MACDs did not confirm the low on the 60-minute time.
Well, gold definitely went a little further than I thought. But that's it. So the idea was to buy somewhere in here. And we did. We got a part of this wick. I forget what our lowest price was. I was looking for ideal, like to get a sweep of all this stuff and then go. So I was waiting to take on some more risk, but
I would sell them here. I would sell it. Not short some GLDs at 459.
damn, silver. Silver popped down to 78 bucks. Silver gets down to the 75 to 70 to 75 range. I'm going to be taking some SLV options long. Man, silver's like the most undervalued asset on the planet. This should be, if they didn't come in and just demolish this once we get at 120, right? They can't have silver prices high. We're going to bankrupt a few banks, so. But when this really gets going, I have no doubt that summertime we're at $200 silver, end of the year $300 silver. Not financial advice, of course, but I'm a big stacker. All right, let's see here. Just had a nice wick out on the Nasdaq.
Cover some of 60 and 50.
All right, coffee time.
Got a
Be right back.
flag here on gold and silver. Gold ran 20 off the lows. That's lower your stops on the gold for short. Who's this? Samsung? Hey, please text me 914 500 7484 and get a chance. Anybody new? Samuel? Hey, Samuel. I would sell them. Sell it. Go, sell it! Oh my God, Amy, I hope you cover some shorts down there. Got a double blue buy, so I would go long here between the one, if this on the double blue here, between the 11680 and 11780. I'd be short the gold here. It's got a 03.
All right, I just grabbed a couple of gold shorts here. Looks like we should be able to kind of get back into the zone a little bit here, just for a smaller trade. I don't know if we're gonna go far. We'll find out.
Gold, lower your stops on the gold.
There's one. Come on, stretch, stretch, stretch. We're happy with that. I'll take that for about 60 bucks. God, isn't that the beautiful thing about futures trading? It's like, where else can you just sit at your desk and grab a little quick coffee, sit down, throw a trade in for under a minute, you made 50 bucks. I've worked a lot of different things in my life, and let me tell you, when you're sweating, throwing hay bales or something into a barn, or tree planting, or you're in construction, or humping some office job somewhere, I mean, great, man. Nothing beats trading. Freedom-wise, it gives you that freedom. If you can do it, right? A lot of people, everybody wants to do it. It's really hard, right? Trading is not easy. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Anybody short there? Anybody short the gold? Where's the other half? Amy, you see that double blue? Martin, good job, Martin! Amy, you see this double blue? Okay. You can stand this, get down. What's the matter? Martin, I'm very proud of you, Martin.
Oh, getting a big buy up off the VWAP here on Nasdaq. It's also the bottom of the 15-minute range here. Oh shoot, did I have the wrong screen on this whole time? Damn it. Ugh. Sorry about that.
You can buy some micron anywhere between the 50 and 53 on the 15. Martin, great job.
Well, I'm trying a little continuation play on Nasdaq. Just like the way we're setting up here. chances are we're going back up here. A little spring ski, but felt good. Sucker risk down here. Boom. Come on, let's go. Just look at the lows. There we go. Got out of one. Swept. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful little trade. Sometimes that's where that, you know, it's just structure and it's discretion here as well. It's just like we were at the bottom of the NQ orb. SPX broke into its orb. Broke out of its orb. What am I saying? It broke out of its orb. It's trying to fill the gap to the downside that we left. Oh, which day was it? It's from, well, from today. From today's gap. Today's overnight gap on SPX. We're just trying to fill it in a little bit. It's one of those plays looking like we're going to sweep the lows and go right back up into the range. That was a tiny, or basically one of my only continuation setups I did today. Alright, where are we? We're up at 800 on our funded. It's not bad. Oh, look at that. Yeah, buyers are stepping in here just like they did here, right? And yeah, I should probably mark some of these little FVGs out. I hate even calling them FVGs. I just look at it as kind of like weak market structure with an areas where there's not a lot of buyers or sellers. Price can just move through there quickly. That's the way I see it. Boom. We filled it. That's the first one. Wicked it. And then some of the ICT guys will call that an inverse fair value gap. Anyways. Got a lot of them. But again, I don't. Hey, however you make money, however you see it. If these kind of gaps, definitely, if it's something you could probably play from gap to gap to gap to gap. They give you areas, targets. It's true, and I do use them, so I'm not knocking any ICT stuff, right? If you have found a way to be profitable in this market, baby, good for you. And milk that till the cows come in, because it's tough. It's tough to find good edge. Most of the time it's your psychology. Most of the time it's, you know, they say sometimes 90% of your, you know, trading is 90% psychology and only like 20%, you know, your edge and all that other stuff. I say psychology definitely comes into play because it ties into respecting your stop losses. So I kind of put those two together. But not respecting stop losses, that was my downside when I started. I look at it as always capital preservation. Whatever I have, I'm not losing. I do try to focus on winning, right? But if you focus on capital preservation, you're going to go a long way faster.
Amy, you flat, Amy. This oil just got kabooshed here. I would be covering oil just when we started below 30. Never got stopped out on the oil.
All right, buyers, you can see, so here a lot of people were looking for that wick out. They saw the gap, right? A lot of people thinking the same thing, which is what creates these things to move. A lot of buyers and anybody who was short here, everybody getting out at the same time, causing this baby to go. And anybody who shorted here jumped, right? Boom. So back into the retest of the 200. We should technically still be looking for shorts because the 21 is below the 200.
What a long, oh my God, Nasdaq, S&P.
Normally I would take this for a little bit, but I have a feeling we're going to go sweep the top of this range here. We're going into a little sideways movement. So I don't really want to take the short. I don't know if we can get back down. if I'm trying to get 5 points, I want to make sure there's room for a 10 to 15 point move, right? I'm not trying just to get that minimal. So if I shorted, I would have probably got this best price, and maybe would have got out in 90. Like, can it go further? Yeah, but here I'm going to take this buy with a really tight stop loss right below this candle, right here, boom. Looking for a little shot back up to the 200. If it gets a little lower here, I'll probably grab another one with a really tight risk of like 4 points.
USOs that probably go like every 25, 30 cents, right?
Alright, we're holding, but it's still an inside candle. Boom. I'm going to take another one quick. And both are going below there. Chances are we're getting stopped out here. If this even starts to go through, or we're probably getting in. We're getting our... We'll take a little loss. This is a negative reward to risk trade. I do take these quite often, but the win rate on them are usually higher. Come on, bounce back. You want to go and reclaim that 200, right? You've got this gap up here. Let's just put this up here for fun. No, I don't want 2 contract risks, so I'm going to take one off. I don't like that. See, I want immediate I want my trades to work out fast, right? When I take these, I'm looking for the spring. So when I saw this indecision candle, now that I've seen that we're wicking down below the low of this, chances are we're taking out the next candle. I'm out. I don't like it. I don't want to wait for it to come and get me. I might be wrong, but momentum is saying down here now. It's telling me I'm wrong. I'm like, okay, jump ship. I'm done. Off to the next trade. And try to keep my risk and my losses limited while giving my chance for higher upside, right? Some people, they're going to be freaked out a bit by that, because when you're trading the 5-minute chart, 3-minute chart, or whatever, oh my god, you're taking losses that quickly, you're not giving it a chance to move. But it's, yeah, that's it. That's the way I trade. It's the way I've become profitable. It's the way I see the market. And it keeps me engaged. A lot of thinking, right? I think trading really is for people who can just sit in a room and think about it. Like, if you like sitting and thinking about things, like, trading is definitely maybe down your alley. Man, it's quiet. That's one thing that I do like. I like fast markets, right? I like things to be a little wilder. Although, to be honest, I'm probably have better win rates, but with lower profit margins on quieter days. Usually, I'll have a win rate of maybe 70 to even 80% on days like this. And then in a wild market, my win rate only be 50, but I'll be taking out more P&L. And in the end, or 40 even, 40 to 50% sometimes, but I'm taking much bigger wins than losses because I keep my losses so tight. Yeah, but I prefer the wilder days. When you start to see all this flat VWAP, flattening 200, flattening 221, it's probably telling you chop. It's probably telling you chop for the rest of the day. We don't have hardly any news coming out, so unless there's some Trump tweet or something, or something else developing in Iran or something like that, something with the Port of Hormuz, well, it's probably going to be a pretty quiet day. We still look like, if we switch over to the longer term here, we're still looking kind of like we're bull flagging, right, on the Nasdaq. Bull flagging. That's the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and sometimes I'll take a look at the hourly, and see we're bouncing off the 200 on the hourly. That's something too. You guys can, if you can keep this up, and you can pay attention to the the major moving averages. The dotted line is the 21. Okay, and I have VWAP here in the 5-minute. I go over a bit of my trading setup in the trading setup video.
This is exactly a pattern type trade.
What else can we make from this? The other thing is the MACDs are starting to curl. Oh, we're looking like we're going to go positive on the MACDs. We're still not quite overbought on the 5. We're, oversold on the 15. We're probably going to get a bounce off the 15-minute chart here if we're looking. So, always good to keep an eye on the higher time frames at all points. I've always got my eye on there. It'll tell you whether you should be scalping or holding trades for a little bit longer. So for me, what I consider a swing trade could be something that lasts maybe about 2 minutes, right? That's almost a swing trade for me. 2 minutes to 10-minute kind of trade. So usually the higher time frames will tell me what to do there. Okay, gold. This is what I hate. Like gold rips, Nasdaq. I just drives me nuts when they're moving together. There's so much more little money to make when you got metals and the index is moving together. And out of nowhere they won't, right? You'll get that buy and sell diversions, but that's it. Go sweep the high of this. We're probably gonna sweep the high of this, come back down. But right here, there's no edge in this play right now for me, so can't tell if we're gonna. Is the 15-minute ready to go or not here? Let's see. Oops, I flip back. I always forget to flip back. Okay. With this. Oops.
If you short the gold, cover the gold anywhere between the even gold to the top. The GLDs, when gold made a new low here, the 30-minute MACD did not confirm the low right here. You see this? This is the buy divergence in the negative trend. 456.87, right? S&Ps are going to go here. drop here. The 30-minute time frame reversed. The 15's been turned down. I think the gold got at least $10 on the downside.
I'm going to put a couple of sell orders on gold here. Can wick through here. We're kind of flagging on the higher time frame, so we should get a retest somewhere down in here. We should get some sort of retest down into the zone. I'd like to see us at like, yeah, 94, 92, 90, something like that. So there might be a little wick out. Market's moving up here, and as I'm looking at Nasdaq, since they've been moving in tandem. But right now, gold didn't make a newer high. Nasdaq did. I'm gonna take that. I'm taking it in my 019 eval as well. I took a couple. I'll usually take more contracts in the eval, right? A little more aggressive there, but there's not too much of a rush.
What's on Nasdaq?
When I trade the evals, I like to max it out the first day, right? Kind of win or lose. So with these lucids, it's 50% consistency. So I'll try to get my 1500 the first day, and then after that, I might chill on them a bit and just kind of pass them over the next 5 days if it's going well in the funded, right? I don't need to. I try not to put too much mental capital into the eval. So they pass, they pass. They don't, they don't. I'm personally completely sick of passing eval, so I don't put too much stress on them. Gold. I would like a discounted higher price here. Right, I want to short more at a higher price. Let's do that. Could even get up to the VWAP.
I would take it short. I said, what did I say, 05 to 13.
Just gonna stretch this out a bit more. Here, like this. Now, often I call this DCAing, but I consider it scaling. I scale in, scale out, meaning I'll take maybe one, and maybe 2 up here. My average price would be like 14, but then I'm looking to get out about half of it, break even, bang right away to lower my risk. I'll rarely keep all of it to go into profit. I'm just trying to find, especially with gold, because gold is wiki. Gold is near impossible to get that right price and go. Like you have to go with multiple contracts. Okay, we're getting a bit of sell here on Nasdaq, so we'll see if gold's gonna follow. I'm actually gonna take another one right now. I got two. And we'll try to take some off here if she wants to go, and another one off just below 5 or just above 5,000. Just in case. I'm gonna take another one in the 019 account.
Nice short on the Nasdaq S&Ps.
See what happens. Right now, what's odd, yeah, oil's selling off. Nasdaq's not really going up. Definitely have some divergences going on here. Gold, I would have liked to have had a faster reaction than that. That's telling me we're still probably going to wick out above that 200 EMA. Yeah. I'm going to keep these on because I like to trade. I like the short here. I'm going to wick out something like this. Go after this little shelf here. Hey, it's one of those where it left the shelf. It likes to go and just nick it. That's why I have one of my orders there. I'm down a bit more in the 19 account just because I have 3 contracts short there. And again, in the evals, I'll be a little more aggressive. I'll probably hold them longer. Probably won't get the first one off till about 5,000. Oh, Nasdaq's wanting to grind higher. See if it brings gold with it. So if we're going to finally diverge here. So we're getting bear flags on silver and gold.
So a good friend of mine, I'm not going to mention names or anything like that, a very good friend of the person, right? And I text him all the time to relay certain things. And I said, you know, this SAVE Act, it's a no-brainer. 80% of the people in the country want it. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at this now.
There we go. You guys are going to finally be able to see a little trouble trade here. I'm going to have to work this one a little bit. See what happens. See what happens here. We're doing this slow grind. It's probably going to be a pop. We're going to get a little squeeze. Looks like it's going to be wanting to go to VWAP. I'm still going to leave my other cells here. I'm going to probably put one more here.
Democrats, 5 Republicans, pro and against. Let the people ask the question. How's that? Put them on the spot. We're the American people, right? We have a right to do this. This will be unique. Let's see if they show up to the dance. That's what I said. So I just told my friend that. They told the president. They won't show up. That's even better. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Alright, Nvidia just dumped a little bit there. See if that's gonna bring down the Nasdaq or not. Just dropped about $1. Man, we are congested. This is like summertime trading. I know like that. I know like it. Okay, gold. Silver doing. Silver's going up. Silver's climbing, but I consider that a bear flag. There we go. Nasdaq got a little sell.
With the S&P and Nasdaq, I would lower your stops.
I took a few more extra gold shorts in the 19 account. There we go. Nasdaq's falling. S&P's falling. Nvidia's falling.
What a short! Kenny, where the hell you been? What do you think the long was at 12 o'clock? Think the Palantir long? Palantir in $1.60.
So right now my 0119 account looks like this. So I took 5. I've got 5 contracts short in gold. Looking for something like this. You know, looking to take them off one at a time down here. Usually those I'll leave somewhat, you know. I won't trade them as tight a risk as my funded account. Funded accounts for grinding, baby. Got bills to pay, mouths to feed, kids to put through school. Futures gives you a good chance to do all that stuff, right? Okay. We just popped again. And Nasdaq just popped, but SPX left a nice little gap right here. And at noontime, I usually play these pretty aggressive. So they usually get filled pretty quick. And we're probably coming right back down. There we go. Boom. All Nasdaq. Nvidia. Man, we are just congested today, though. Like we're really waiting for something. What are we waiting for? There we go. SPX just filled his gap.
What was the question here? SK, what did the guy? So if I call a range 05 to 13.
Come on, gold. Let's go already. You know you wanna.
Yeah.
You know you wanna go test these zones
okay,
here.
Gold, I would lower your stops. 01 to 06.
Gold's gonna probably do one of these things where it just does this little grind, 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 bang. That's what it's gonna do, and it could take a little while. I have a love-hate relationship with gold, but it can make you some cash. There we go, we're getting a little more sell on it. I don't know what this is with the Nasdaq and gold following each other. It's pissing me off, but right now I'm liking it. Come on, take some risk off of this guy here. No,
Wait till this gold drops.
not ready yet.
Jimmy trades. What happens when Jimmy trades?
We could still get an FU candle here. Boom. Good old FU candle to just, you know, that little squeeze. Squeeze out the shorts before dropping. At that point we'll get some more short. Definitely worth the risk on that trade. And you can see here in this one, so I don't have any stops in anywheres. I probably should, but again, I'm looking at market structure, so it would probably have to really start, you know, buyers would really have to start stepping in for me to get out of that trade. Boom, 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 boom. What's oil doing? Not much.
Silver's dropping if you're short. Gold is dropping. I would lower your stops on the. I would look to cover some.
Come on, gold.
15s are going to roll over hard on the gold. Gold just dropped $6 off the high. No, I'm not saying that.
Come on, gold. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nah, you're not going to turn them down. We're going to lower this just a hair. Wick those little lows right here. And then dump. But we're going to secure our, some profits on that first contract. Take some risk off the table. If it decides to go up there, we're out. We only got one left, and it's not gonna. And I'm gonna keep this one here for a bigger dump. So I'm still not sure that we might get some sort of wick back into this area where I'll probably put that contract back on. Okay, but I'm happy with that, right? Whatever that was, 20 bucks. Remember, guys, I'm not going for big bangers all the time, right? I don't mind grinding a day, $5, $10, $20, $40, $50. You know, I'm a grinder. That's my style. It's the safest way to get your payouts, and for these accounts especially, you know, I'm wanting income. I want steady weekly income from these accounts, whether it's 1,000 a week, or 2,000 a week, or 5,000 a week, 500 a week, doesn't matter, 200 a week, whatever it is, from multiple accounts, it really adds up over time. And I look at futures trading definitely as just a straight income revenue stream. I'm not looking to get, I'm not looking to hit home runs. I'm really a bunter, base hits, sacrifice flies, take a walk, hit by a pitch. That's my style. Every once in a while I'll get a lucky double, lucky triple, and every once in a while, very rarely, you get a grand slam. But that's rare. Alright, Nasdaq wants to go back up. Often you'll see this happen too, right? We built a little box range here. Alright, we build a little... God, why is it doing this to me today? I don't know what's going on with Tradebait. I have this set to go over, but let's just say I have my little box here. Well, often that's it. We'll kind of pop out of the box and come down, and when we really come down one way or another, you always look up or look down, and if there is a range box there, usually we're going to go right back through it to the other side. This kind of thing happens all the time. And a lot of newbies always get caught here. They're like, oh, okay, we're busting out for the first time. First time we're breaking out. We're definitely going down. You get all these shorts, they're caught. We cause an explosion to the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a device. 30-minute time frame.
Only got one here, but in my my eval account, we still got our 5 riding. I sure wouldn't mind a little drop to 5,000 here. It's not looking good though. Nasdaq right now is ripping. SPX is leaving a little gap right now. Looks like gold's gonna make a... It's not following though. We got a nice little divergence going on. So you can see Nasdaq's moving higher, SPX moving higher, ES moving higher. But gold is saying nope. So if we do a little head and shoulders... Now I'm also looking at, so for gold here, what I'm looking at on the higher time frames here, right? Gold itself, so on the 15-minute, right here, right, we're definitely getting a little bit overbought on the 15-minute. Definitely looking like we're flagging, right? We're looking weak today. Even on the higher time frame, MACDs are on the 30-minute here are falling, so any higher highs should be shorted. But this could go a little ways still. This could go up to like, oh, there we go. We just got our drop in gold. Sweet. There we go. Let's look at our eval. We get out of 1. Yep, we got out of 1. So our next contract down is here. Just let that be. Go back to O2. Funded account. Ah, come on. You know you want to go touch 5,000. This is the point when we're starting to get a little market structure break. Right? We got our little head and shoulder pattern going on. Boop. Usually you want to kind of come down here, and then if you're measuring the neckline, that would be this distance here down, bring you down to this area right here, the 487s. If we're doing a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern. But yeah, I like that little dump. But yeah, to go back to the MACDs and stuff, yeah, so a higher time. Remember, I also look at, if you want to check out the other videos, it's a little more maybe explained there, but if you got to be looking at the underlying ETF for everything, right? So I do look at the Qs for the Nasdaq and the GLDs here for the gold. Should be looking at them both at the same time, so they can give you quite a bit more information than just the futures commodity itself. So the GLDs too are looking pretty bearish, right? And I'm looking mainly at the 15 right now, but we're definitely getting overbought. MACDs are, oh, they're about even here, but we've climbed back up on the 15 to the 21. Usually you're going to get some sort of bounce down. That could be it though. But structure-wise, right, lower lows, lower highs, probably a lower high. Chances are we're coming, at minimum, we're coming back down to 50% of this move, and that's kind of usually what I'm looking for. I never look for the whole thing. But I'm definitely, oh, there we go. There we go. So right now I'm going to take another short right here. I'm liking this. This is a continuation, okay? This would be a continuation move. And we're going to put our buy here. Still no stops in place right now, even for that one. So I just added, before I sold my contract here, now I'm basically re-entering there. Oh! Okay, yep, yeah. Let's see.
I'm seeing that 67.14 on the S&P. Anybody short the gold? Okay, you guys mind if I go get something to eat here? Oh, good job, Lulu. Lulu, if it gets up to 07, right? It traded up to 10. I would try to scale it more. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go do something. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Excuse me. Don't like that we're flagging here a bit on the gold. Right? Not liking this. I would have preferred that we started to break down here. And if we do start to go above here, I'll probably just sell out of one and keep one. They never make it easy, eh? Don't forget, you guys. I'm as soon as I shouldn't be. I don't know, another week or so. I'll start trading live during the day. Um, as soon as I get the subscribers, right? I'm not really pushing things too much, right, on YouTube. Um, but as soon as I go live, definitely join me. And it's more to say, if you have questions about anything, throw them down in the comments. I'll get back to you, as soon as I can, regarding any, anything you have. I know it might some stuff might be a little complicated for some of you, but yeah. Soon as I am able to go live, I will, and I'll probably be logging in for the first week or so. I don't think I'll log in right at the open just because it's chaos. I'm not gonna be able to describe all the trades. I could still, put it on there, and you can see how things are going. But I don't want to overwhelm some of you beginner traders. It'd be a little crazy, and a lot of it might not make a lot of sense because in the morning, especially that first 15 minutes, a lot of it is just by feel. Right, I kind of throw some of the indicators out the window for that first 1 to 15 minutes of the day, and you're just going with flow. And then as the day goes on, well, especially after 10 o'clock, even after 10:30, that's when your indicators will hold a little more power. That's what I found, anyways. Let the institutional stuff get out of the way. Yeah. Damn gold did do a little flag. I contemplated getting one out here when we get down here, but this is a weak. This looks like a very weak break to me. Nothing to be scared of. As a matter of fact, I might grab another one. I probably should have on that wick, but that was just a weak break. Weak ass break. I'm going to leave that just like that for now. See if we can weekly get up in this area. I would love it up in here. And I'll probably put on a little more size.
I'm telling you that the fort.
Just going to take a peek at silver.
They shouldn't have killed him that easy. They should have hung him, and everybody should have thrown darts at him. So Kenny, you understand with the 60-minute time frame reverse the buy here? And then you buy the pullback on the 15 right here. I hope you got the long because I had it. Alright, I'm gonna go. Got big bulk deck setting up here in the 30-minute time frames. Alright, let me go.
Come on, gold. All of a sudden you don't want to follow Nasdaq here? You're getting a little 3-bar play. 3-bar play is when you get kind of you get a ripper, you get an inside bar followed by another bar up. We could be doing that before we melt. Doesn't mean we're going to melt. I could be completely wrong on this and take a sizable loss. Who knows? But higher time frames tell me that we're gonna at least come down and test in this zone. Nasdaq coming back down a bit. Loves this 25,000 level. Ugh, it's like a damn magnet. This is where if you put up your, your volume profile, you're gonna see it peg, bang. Most volume of the day, probably 25 hundo. Actually, we could throw that up right now, just for shits and giggles. Indicators. I don't know why it doesn't save it on here, and that's something that pisses me off. That value area gray. It'll never save my damn default, no matter what I do. I'll save it as default, but it won't. Okay, no, point of control's higher still. We've had more volume in this area, but this is probably... no, we're not gonna flip. Alright. Thought we would have had a little higher volume node, but nothing crazy. But I'm not huge on using the volume profile. It's alright. I mean, I find everything you got in here, I just see in a different way in the charts, but I used to trade with volume down here too, and I thought, hey, how could anybody trade without volume? And I find taking it off has really cleared up some mental capital, right? The less you have to focus on. That's often why I take this off. Just one less thing to focus on. Keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's how trading needs to be. You know, find somewhat of a winning strategy, right? Be a casino. 51%, 60 to 55%, somewhere in that zone. Yeah, have a little edge. And respect your stop losses. Whatever you choose to do, however you see the market, just respect your stop losses. Somewhat, whether it's mental or whatever. Better to have a real one, though. So right now, even if I had a stop loss here, so I know I want more. This is like a scale in. So I know when I bought my first one, or sold my first one down here, I was kind of wanted it to get up in this zone, and it kind of did what we originally thought. We got the reversion off the 200. This would have been pretty sweet play had you taken more up in this zone here. But I thought I won. That's what I was saying back here. I did not like that we turned. I wanted this right here. I wanted this to go down. When we turn and then got this little flag, I'm like, damn it. But I'm still liking the short. 21's below the 200. Could go anywhere. In the eval, I think I'm going to grab another one. Get us back to 5. Yeah, I'm going to sell one more. And just put that down here in case there's some sort of news candle to get out on, I mean. Still no stop losses. Okay, Nasdaq's going back up to VWAP. Is my VWAP in the right place? Don't tell me. Sometimes this happens on Trade of 8. Oh my god. Pissing me off. This happens sometimes on Trade of 8. So this is why I like trading view up, because it like doesn't put the VWAP in the right place. Especially the VWAP. Sometimes the 200 as well. It's like it's not updating. Anyway. It's alright. I should have noticed that before. Okay, so it looks like we are going to test VWAP on gold. And let's just make sure we have the darn right VWAP here too. What I find is you just scroll out like that and go back. And it seems to only happen on Nasdaq for whatever reason. One, two, three. Okay. I'm definitely going to put that a little higher. Okay. I might grab one. You know what? I am going to grab one here. So now we got 3 on this account. trend line here. And let's move this, see how it's looking on the bottom side. Sometimes I like to do that. It's usually running in a channel, like technically it'd be here. We kind of did a fake false break it back in, but to take off some risk, I'm going to put one at break even slightly above, just to get out of some risk from the one we just took. There. See what happens. Looks like they're not going to let the 21 cross above the 200. Often you'll see that it'll come up, it'll do the price might be up here, and it'll start to turn just below there. Give the big guys a chance to get in. Remember, the institutions too love to get in positions. You know, in this case, they would want to get short above VWAP, right? Sometimes they push price to certain areas just to take the opposite side. This gold probably going to start to turn. Really was stronger. You think it would have gone up a little more by now, but time is it 107? You got to keep your eye on gold, because usually there's movement, like at the time I should say, because gold will start to move anywhere between 120 and 130, right? A future settlement price. Silver is just like aching to go back down here. It has got a big bear flag. SPX is breaking back into its orb on the top side. Just breaking in. We might see a little bit of uppy movement here in Nasdaq. Oil's still grinding higher. Been in this trade for a while. This is not typical for me at all. But I'm gonna play it out. Very quiet. We might get that wick up to new highs during this from 120 to 130 period. And I am going to move this price. If I'm looking on these little fair value gaps, 1, 2. I don't look at them as much on gold, but it's one way up there. Because of that, I am going to move these prices a little higher here. Okay. That would bring our average into about the 12-13 range. That'd be good. Okay, Nasdaq just pulled down here hard. Oh. Or is this an impulse candle? We're gonna get follow through. Usually when you chase after these guys, bang, expecting another one, you usually get screwed. That is a hefty rejection of SPX off of orb. There we go, gold. Getting a little bit of relief. No, Nasdaq right back up. See what it does here when it gets close to the, if it's filling itself. Or should we start to think about taking a little short ski? And we will. I'll take one. Just one. And if it comes back to fill this candle and take out the high, we don't want it anymore. We're not going to look for anything crazy. Let's just see if we can test back and down into that zone. If it comes up to here, I'll probably take another one. Right there. Sell. And we'll bring our stop loss down to here. Gold, there's a little bit of a battle going on with this 21 EMA trying to cross over the 200. See if the institutions let that happen or not. Okay, there's a nice little, should be out of this, there we go. Nice little 10-pointer, little $20 trade on Nasdaq, on the MNQ. It's a good one. Nothing crazy, but what was that? Less than 2 minutes, 20 US dollar. I say yes. I say give me more. Yeah, little battle going on here at this EMA level. Not liking it, to be honest. Not liking it. Just meaning that we're probably going to do a pop through and then start to sell off harder in the afternoon. Might be late afternoon. We might be stuck in this trade for quite a while. We will see.
short this gold here. I would definitely short this gold here. 11 up to 19.
Alright, we're still taking some more pain on this gold. Gonna add another one. I'm liking that wick there. A little wick out.
This Bitcoin gets above the 74,450, 74,850 on short. I'm here. Not doing anything. No, I think 30-minute time frame turn up here.
So I grabbed a couple contracts in my number 18 eval as well.
Look at the spiders on the 30-minute.
I'm liking these wicks here. Oh, we could blast. That's not going to be funny. But we could blast. I know that was a beautiful long on Micron. Probably 15 reverse. Try to pull back on the 15. Right? There we go. And the gold got a little relief.
Gold just dropped.
Take another one off there.
Gold just dropped.
Actually, another one. I'm going to keep 2 on for risk. 19. What do we got left? 5. Let's get out of. See if we can get some continuation.
Wait, you short them at 450. You short them at 450, 460, right? Correct? Yeah.
Just flipping accounts, seeing what I want to take for profit on these. That's pretty good there. Let's leave 1 run on this account. 16. See where she can go. 19. I got 5 contracts left.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That was a big short on oil.
That one I'm going to try to hit a banger in that one.
What a short on the gold. It sold the highs. No, the high was 13.84.
Good trade.
So
Worked out.
oil here,
It's that higher time frame, man. It's like we're getting really oversold, or overbought, I should say, on the 15-minute, 30-minute.
time frame, right? silver and gold on the beautiful bear flag.
Nice gold.
No, stop. Look at the 30s just reversed to sell. Look at this pattern on the gold, 13. This is 12. Look at this. The 30s reversed to sell.
Still got a few contracts at 19 now. So I kind of spread the risk around. That's why instead of group trading, you saw what I did. I might start a position in an account, it starts to move against me. I'll probably switch accounts, get a better discounted price in another account. And down the line, that's often a strategy I'll use. Sometimes I'll blow an account doing that, while making a big profit in another. That's really helps. That's one way to approach it. So, wait for something you really like, keeps moving against you, it still looks good, entire time frame, still good. Don't add more to the same.
So here, if you look here, silver reverses sell on the 60-minute time frame.
And then add more in the 18.
Exactly, Eli. The 30s here, right? The 60s reverse to sell right here on silver. This is a monster bear flag right here. ADX is rising. What do? You short the bounce on the 15 right here. Silver, 80.07. You're talking a 50-cent drop in silver. So again, when the 60-minute time frame reversed on silver, right, and it correlates with the underlying ETFs on the 15, 30, and 60, this is a Picasso. All three ETFs on the time frames, 15, 30, and 60 on the SLV were negative. When the 60 reverse sell, you put into a negative trend, you short the world. Here, this is a Picasso, right? The 60 correlates with the 15 and the 30. It correlates with the underlying ETFs on the 15, 30, and 60. You short the bounce on the 15. Everybody understand that pattern? Does everybody understand that? And then if you look at gold, okay, gold has a different pattern where the 30-minute time frame reversed to sell. It correlated with its 60 and it correlated with its 15-minute, right? What do you look to do? To short the bounce. One here, two here. This is the great one right here. And that's why gold dropped and got caboose. You see that? Right there. Look at that. Negative MACD. Dude, I mean, silver was a little bit more pokey on that, but you can see this was the first short here, then it dropped down to 01, the second drop, 13, down to 01. So that's a beautiful pattern right there. So in this example here, now the GLDs are also negative on the 15, 30, and 60. So when the gold futures reversed to sell on the 30-minute, it correlated with its 15 and 60, but it also correlated with the underlying ETFs. Gold had nowhere to go but down, okay, on that, off the 15. That's a pattern. Okay, that's a pattern. Bitcoin I'd be short up here. Bitcoin 74,500 to 74,900. Again, you're making pushing up here. ate one. I'm not gonna show them, you know. I said, no, 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 I don't smoke it no more. I don't wake up for. As long as 3 minutes. All right.
Well, I think I'm gonna let this gold play out, but I think I'm gonna end it there for today. I'll just show you what the performance is.
John, you see why you don't take the short?
See what we're at.
It could be 8 to 30 points.
So for our funded, come on. Rate of 8's pissing me off today. So for our funded account, we're up 900 bucks, almost 70% win rate. Took 90 trades, traded 180 contracts. Average holding time was 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes. Actually, that's not too bad for me. This 1 hour trade was ridiculous. That's very odd for me. But it worked out. Worked out to be a nice swing trade. Yeah, largest winning trade $85 and largest losing trade 46. Average losing trade 14 bucks, and average winning 22. It's not too bad. That's actually a pretty good day. That's about an average for a quiet day. That's usually kind of the stats that I'll pull off. And again, on a whipsaw day, my win rate's going to be probably a little closer to 50%. Yeah, that's solid. All right, we'll leave it there, folks. Talk at you later.